It is.
Yeah. Hello out there. Hi out there in social media world. Happy Thankful Thursday. Happy Thankful Thursday. I am Abah SoFloetic. And to the left of me.
That's right. I'm Brian Wilson. That's right. Take that.
And to the far left of me.
I am Lady Dara.
Yes, and our beautiful partner, Mr. Demetrius Smith, unfortunately could not be with us tonight, but you will see Demetrius in the spot to be. So, you guys, we were talking about some of the headlines that kind of hit social media that made me think about our children. I saw a video. What kicked this off the top today is how responsible are we as parents for the impact society has on our children right now? And what brought this about was I saw a video first on Facebook of a little girl. This baby was twerking. And I don't mean just your average backing it up twerking. I'm talking about stripper twerking.
With dollar bills around the feet.
Yes, they were making her mama was in the background on this child. And she was like,
it had to be about 3 or 4.
3 years old, man. Yeah, I mean, that's total insanity, y'all.
Don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that to your children because that's exploitation. Seriously.
Straight exploitation.
Yes.
And the wrong message.
Absolutely
that's
wrong message.
Today.
Yes.
If I twerk my little rear end around, I'm doing the most.
Yes. Yes.
Baby girl twerking no way.
That ain't right. That ain't right, y'all. That ain't right. So yes,
and they got in there to be throwing money on her twerking.
Making it rain on a toddler.
Some of y'all adults shouldn't be twerking.
That's what
you better think about it.
Don't do it. Leave it alone.
And seriously, I think you ought to know better when you done crossed over that 40 mark.
No, wait. Now, if you fine, you can do it.
Oh, see, now it takes a man. It takes a man. I do believe we were at all men hounds. And he said, really? All of us?
All of us?
Okay. See?
All of us.
But you see what did Ernest say? Ernest, I feel you, baby. Yes, Mr.
Hey,
Ernest.
Watch your mouth.
Okay, now I ain't gonna lie because I'm from New Orleans.
Right.
And it is the land of bounce.
Right.
So when some
working,
let me tell you now, come on now. When on now, and I'm going on 47 next month.
Are you twerking?
So when all this music come on, don't think that I won't drop it like it's twerking. Because I will hit the flow, baby.
So we're doing that stuff in our bedroom.
Wait a minute. Twerk.
If I'm
you can't.
We ain't doing it on the street when we in our
if you can twerk, okay. If you can't twerk, don't twerk.
Mr. Moore, I need to know what you think about this twerking. Tell me, Mr. Moore, what you think about backing it up.
Come on.
Because, see, this sounds like some buffoonery right here.
What?
How old are you?
I ain't got my age on. Yes, I am 53 years old.
Are you really? Oh my God. I would have given you that.
Thank you so much. Y'all hear that?
Wow, that's amazing.
I love this place.
Oh, Lord.
And you twerking or you?
No, I ain't twerking.
Oh, Lord. Wait a minute. See, you don't even understand the half of it because the brothers in New Orleans.
No, listen.
Heterosexual men twerk.
Heterosexual twerkers in the
they just was like, wait, they would just let you know their bedroom moves up. They would just let you know how they can put it down. That's what they
forgive me for all this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. My bad.
We invented this dance.
Okay. Yes, you did. Right. Let me tell you. But see, back in our day, it was called the P-pop.
There you go.
And
What's the P stand for?
You really want? That's another show.
What does the P stand for?
That's another show.
We ain't talking things.
Yeah,
that's another time.
But you never know. Okay, what did Ernest say? A gentleman never plus something stay at home.
There you go,
You know
Ernest.
what? Come on, Ernest.
I
You know
agree.
what? You deserve a round
I
of
agree.
applause.
I agree.
Come on now, because let me tell you, like I said.
That's why they call Ernest Esquire.
Okay,
Esquire.
let me tell you something. I was in Apache last night. And as soon as this guy jumped up on the sax, this boy was playing doing the bounce, doing the butt. And look, everybody's all getting low. But you see, there's a certain way that I do. I got to do it with a little bit more class.
That's right.
You know, I ain't gonna be
We
to
ain't
the
catching the
flow.
ball like
Yeah,
it was.
no. It's a certain way you got to do it.
Okay, so we go from a 3-year-old twerker to a, how old are you going, baby?
I'm 46.
Okay, so the twerk is different.
But let me tell you,
But nonetheless,
ain't
it's
nobody
twerk.
about to make it rain on me though.
Right.
That's the thing.
And you know what?
You wouldn't allow the rain, baby?
No.
You wouldn't enjoy the moisture?
Now, if my husband was doing all of this, wow. Now, if this was in the privacy of my home, like Ernest just said, if this was the privacy of my home and I put on a show for my man, that's
And listen, what they were doing was totally different. They were in the
Yes.
public. This was
Yes.
a 3 or 4 year old child.
Yes.
That was throwing money at her backside.
Yes.
She was twerking and bouncing on the chair.
And looking back at it,
What kind of message is that sending to our youth? Okay.
Yes.
Is it okay to get out and that's how you make your living? Because you're throwing money on this baby.
Absolutely.
Mama should
Exploitation.
cash side.
Exploitation.
I totally disagree. As a single mom of 3 girls, I bet not. Okay, and I'm gonna say it that ghetto way.
That's right.
I bet not. If
Bet
I'm
not.
watching,
Bet not.
okay, see mine on nobody's chair, table, wall,
Yes.
none of that.
That's
So
right.
now
Okay.
I hear all the action right
I'm
now.
I real.
I hear
That's
it
why
now.
I'm
Now
in
you're
it.
acting.
Yeah.
I'm in my
First you was all
passionate
screaming
mode
proper.
right there, right
Now
there.
you're getting down and dirty
Listen, I raised
with it.
queens.
Come on now. Come
I
on,
don't
say it.
raise bitches, hoes. No, none of that.
Ernest said, did Brian say the moisture?
I'm gonna keep it real, E. I'm gonna keep it real. If you get a little moist, you might be all right.
Oh, Jesus.
You might enjoy that
Lord,
moisture. You might enjoy that moisture.
Nah.
Okay, so
Lord,
Listen, yeah. It's getting a little.
all right, so we're back to twerking, right? Back to
Right.
twerking.
No, we're not talking about twerking no more.
No?
We're talking about today that we play, the role that we play in how society impacts our children. Because remember now, as parents, responsibility and obligation children to make sure that we train them up in the way that they should go. Now, if having a child twerk and somebody making it rain on her little backside and she's 3 years old, is that responsible parenting?
That's inappropriate at best. Responsible at best.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
If
Now,
I ever see my child at 17 years old twerking, I got a problem.
well, I do.
That's just me.
I got a 21-year-old. I bet not.
Now my woman,
Oh, Lord.
baby, twerk that thing, twerk that thing. That's
But she in your house, wealthy.
Ain't that many men gonna have a problem with their woman twerking anyway?
no,
Right.
and
So I don't know a man alive that's gonna say, baby, don't twerk. They don't say, baby, when you
You make it rain in your bedroom all day. It's different.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But we tend to do that.
Left over
We
there.
tend
We left
to
well
do that. We got to stay focused.
Stay
They
focused.
staying on IG.
Well, okay, let's see. Oh, we getting waves. We getting waves. I see. Okay, all right now,
Hey,
y'all. Hey, y'all. So, but okay. So now the thing is, so we already know a 3-year is absolutely no.
No.
And that is bad parenting. So when it comes to answering our question, how responsible are we? Very responsible. You don't want a 3-year-old, because I mean, this is training her mind to think that this is what she does as an adult, as a teenage girl, using her body parts to grab the attention of men. I don't want none of that stuff. The next headline story that I saw, it had to do with T.I. and Tiny's little girl, Eris. Now, Tiny feels like Eris has a lot of personality and a lot of charisma, and she's ready to be in front of a camera, be it modeling, be it television, or whatever the case. T.I., on the other hand, feels like The reality show that they had, T.I. and the Family Hustle, you know, he already put the other gang out there. There were pros and cons to it. So he would rather keep Lil Aris out of the spotlight until, you know, longer than he did with the other kids. So this is where they are conflicting. And so Demetrius, he's not here, but Demetrius thought, okay, well, if this is nurturing her God-given talents, then why not? The other kids have become celebrities in a way by being on the Family Hustle. But what do you guys think? If a child is demonstrating a lot of creativity, they can sing or they can model, or, you know, some moms think that their daughters are just the prettiest thing, and my baby can be on a magazine cover. Like what we're doing right here. What do you guys think? Do you think a child should start off at 2 or 3 years old?
Ladies first.
I'm on the fence with that. I think I'm in the middle because I'm not a celebrity, but reading these articles, especially the one we're gonna get to next with Jada Pinkett's daughter, and how she felt in the public eye, basically forced, and it caused her to go into a depression so severely to where she wanted to cut her wrist.
Right.
I sympathize with that side of it, and that's probably where T.I. is with it, looking at on a daily basis.
Of course.
Being harassed, never having the privacy and all of that. Right. So I think I'm in the middle with that because I'm such an introverted type of person. No matter what y'all think.
Right.
I'm a loner type couch potato. Really. No, seriously. I am. That's, you know, as I've gotten into my 40s, I'm totally different from others.
Introverts ain't one of them.
I'm definitely an introvert.
Well, now.
So I think I'm on the fence with that. I like maybe, but not. I don't know if I want to force that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Make their own.
Well, now, all thing I'm gonna say about that is, y'all remember the story of the little girl, JonBenet Ramsey?
Oh.
So y'all know what happened to that child. You know, she was a model, and her mom put her in a lot of pageants, and this little baby had to wear a lot of makeup, and you know, all of these outfits. She did not look like a little, you know, and ultimately that baby ended up losing her life.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she died horribly at such a young age. And so I think that there has to be times where you have to be mindful, because I can tell you always have the ability to sing. Gerard knows that. And I remember,
I know.
And I remember when I was living at home in New Orleans, there used to be an WYLD talent show. And I remember one year so bad I felt signing a record deal. And I remember, yeah, she was a rapper, y'all, back in the day. Yeah, that was a princess T right there now. Come on now, come on. Yeah, she had a little demo and everything, y'all. Yeah, she did. But anyway, I remember how badly I wanted to be a singer, and my mom being a singer, 2 children in an urban environment. I remember I kept saying, I want to do this, I want a record deal. I kept practicing for that town show. And then my mom ended up having a conversation with my uncle that lives in Texas. He raised 8 children, 7 sons and a daughter. And all of them live very awesome lives, and I'm very proud of every one of them. But my uncle's advice to my mother was, he didn't think that it was wise, that music business at my age, I think I was like 16. Because he was like, if I won this and I actually got this deal, it's robbed me of my childhood, and that industry life would totally corrupt me. And so my mom, of course, did not agree with me being in that talent show.
Great possibility that would
happen. And so, but when you think about the stories of Bow Wow and what's that other book, that Justin Bieber kid, and even Usher, you know, when you go back and watch documentaries of they first signed deals and stuff, it was not easy. You know, Usher's mom almost had a heart attack when she found out that P. Diddy and them took this boy to an adult house party where there was orgies and drugs and all of this stuff going on, and Usher was like 14, 15, but all these men up in here were grown women.
Usher was wide-eyed that night.
Yeah, well, yes, he was. He was. Yes, he was. Ernest, what did you say? Too much of any good. There has to be a time when children can be children and not live the dreams of their parents. This is now, you know what? Now there's a key point in there, Mr. Moore, because through their children. Right. And that is so not fair.
And they end up resenting you.
Yes, they do.
Look at the Jackson 5.
Oh my God, Joe just destroyed them Jackson children. I was a well-intended father, but oh my God, them poor Jacksons, every last one of them kids, every one of them, every single one. Oh Lord, them poor children is just toe up. They are
their parents. That's not fair. I don't think I would force my children to do what I want them to do.
Yes.
You know, the mothers, I think, want to live vicariously through their children. The fathers, however, I think
but you know, Tiny don't have that to do because she's very successful.
Yes, she does. But you know what? I think that when it comes to Tiny, though, I think that her objective is just to let her children live their dream.
Yeah.
You know, and Eris has already demonstrated creativity in acting or in modeling and stuff. She just wants to be him. On the other hand, feels like, forget all that. We don't keep this together.
And also, there's a way to encourage.
Sure, of course.
There's a way to encourage.
Yes.
This young girl is doing her thing. You got the guide her, you got the mold her, where she needs to be.
Right.
But you can also teach entrepreneurship.
Yes.
On the other side.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Hone that talent. Do that. That's real cute, baby. That's real cute.
Right.
We ain't gonna do that.
Oh.
We ain't doing that for no money.
Okay.
We're gonna do this for the money.
Right.
It's your talent. You can do that over there. You know what it looks like. You can teach that if you want to teach that.
Right. So the bottom line is, when it comes down to a child, a 2 or 3 year old having an opportunity to be on a cover of a magazine, movie, or they just approach you as a parent with this opportunity for your child, would you let them do it? Yeah, nay.
It depends upon circumstance. I mean, it depends upon the situation.
I think I would. I think only because here it is. I'm like, y'all seriously now.
Now you just talking about the young girl having makeup on her face.
You know, it's like, you remember the story that came out a couple of, maybe it was about 2 or 3 months ago with the, P. Diddy ended up jumping in the middle of this story. The young boy was modeling for, I don't know what company it was. And he had the something about the flies monkey in the jungle on the front of his shirt. And everybody went in on mom. She let this little boy model this shirt, and they thought that it was racist. And the mother did nothing to keep her son's image from being put out there like that. You know, he's amongst these other white kids, monkey in the jungle on the front of his shirt. But the mother ended up coming back saying, I always oversaw his career. I let him get in a situation where he did not feel comfortable. She said, I didn't find anything racist about this ad or what they were doing. Now, this from Africa, okay, they from the motherland.
Right.
And the mama said she didn't find it to be exploitative or racist.
I'm saying, you Americans a little bit touchy.
And she said
and you know, we were just talking about that last week.
Yes.
People's minds touching on that last week, y'all. You can find that video on Facebook.
Yes.
You Black Americans have a dual situation.
And you know what? Let me just say, because they gonna get mad at me for saying this, and I really don't give a flying fig.
Watch your mouth.
I don't care. Because you know what? A lot of the times, man, because I just posted this in my physical words, you know, got too many of us that's walking around in dashikis with earrings and talking power to the people, and you only are caught up in hype. You are not really in tune with Black ancestry and true roots. You know, you
believe in it.
Please, you're just talking with politically correct in the Black culture. You know, you know, it's all about rebellion, and you know, but when it comes to how you are amongst your people, working with your people, being true brothers and sisters, you don't even understand what that means, because the minute that you are not that fond of, you're throwing shade, you saying all kind of cray-cray about them, and so you don't really understand what that life really entails. Exactly.
Which is ridiculous. If you're only two Black folk in the room,
right?
And it's just you and that person. Y'all, and you won't even speak to each other.
Right. And because did y'all remember last week when we mentioned how Jada Pinkett and Gabrielle Union had a 17-year beef for no reason? No reason. Neither one of them could say what was it that actually caused them to treat each other the way that they did every time they came across each other in public. There was no reason. They couldn't even say what it was that created this behavior. But you know, actually, Gabrielle did. Because Gabrielle admitted that she was just a hater. And I found that shocking for somebody like Gabrielle Union, but she said she really was a hater, secure about around other beautiful women.
She feels small when she goes into
exactly.
With someone she feels that's on a higher.
Exactly.
But that just comes from we were kind of like persuaded to feel about one another.
Sure.
Back in the day.
Push to believe.
Yes, push to believe.
Yes. Oh yeah.
From back in the day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I know, right? This is a lot that makes you shake your head, but
the light. When you understand the light.
Yes.
That is coming from above.
Yes.
That runs through you.
Don't give me stars.
The people that see the light in you.
Yes.
You got to go back and you got to say thank you to that person.
Come on now.
And go back to the grid and say thank you for the light that you've given me to reach the people that I'm reaching.
Ooh. Come on, baby. That's what we were talking about.
Listen, the creator is not happy when you do not acknowledge the light.
Come on now.
Ooh, I got to speak on that next time. That's for Brian Walker Wednesday coming up. I'm ready for that.
But can I just say that I was on Twitter. I've not been on. I don't use Twitter as much as I use the other social medias. Lettucey posted something like that, and I had to put it everywhere. He said, do not forget to tell other people, especially those that have provided you with an opportunity to do something. She said, we are living in a time of entitlement, and there are a lot of folks out there that actually feel like I just be entitled. I'm supposed to have. And let me tell you something. If you're not really out there paying dues, if you don't know what it is to do unto others as you would have them do unto you, if you don't know how these principles of the universe then guess what? That whole entitlement mess is garbage. You ain't doing nothing but psyching yourself up because you are never going to know what it is to be humble. You're never going to know what it is to truly be a servant. You know, the things that we are capable of doing. Deriah is an author. Brian is a speaker, fitness trainer. He does all these. This is service. This is to help build up people. This is to help them to shine. Absolutely. This is to help you shine and be your absolute best. Us having these conversations and talking idly. I want you to walk away with the message. And his and her words was when I heard, and I didn't know it at the time that this is who I was listening to, but it turned out that Lonnie Love is on Sundays on Magic 107.5 with this mocha chocolate Sundays or something like that it's called, even a poetry event. And I heard the tail end of a conversation. My mom and I got in my car. We were headed home. And I heard her talking about how women have become better cheaters than men. And we were scolding them. And I was like, wait a minute. Is that really true? And I mean, there was other stuff that was said in that just made my jaw drop. And I was like, okay, you know what? I had already had my fill of the bashing. I had had my fill of the sisters coming for the brothers and sisters. I was just so tired of hearing of having adult conversations. I am capable of calling up Deriah and saying, sister, can you please tell me what kind of problem it is you have with me? I'm capable of going to Brian and say, I think I may have offended you, and I'm noticing something in how you treat me. Can we talk about this? You know, we should be able to do that, and there not be strife. We don't have to take it to the street. Exactly. We ain't got to throw up the hands. Exactly. We ain't got to do all of that to one another. Vice President of Future Gents. Yes, all right there now. This is Brian's titles right here. Vice President of Future Gents, okay?
I think the reason for a lot of the beef, though, is because we think that we are supposed to have over you,
yes.
it over me, it's a problem.
Yes.
I ain't qualified at all to have your duty.
And this is the thing where we
But
need
if
to
you get it before I get it, it's a problem.
Okay, when you get to that evolved place, you will then understand that there is enough out here for everybody to succeed.
Everyone.
Yeah, but my vocal trainer and my partner, I sing with a duet called For Your Soul. Last night I said it already. And Frank got so annoyed because we were probably amongst the first 10 people to walk into Apache last night. When Frank signed the open mic list, I was on the list. Now I heard Harold Outley share this story before too about performing at Apache. But Frank was number 4 on the list. The night went on and on and on. It was dang near midnight. And you done let people that just walked in the door go ahead of me. But I noticed that in Atlanta, and it's just the truth. I'm a poet. I've been in open mics. I've performed almost everywhere in this damn city. I've been in this as well too, where there are cliques, where there are circles. Everybody. You know, and if you ain't on that certain team, then you ain't stomping with the big dogs. Right. And so they're gonna be like, hey sister, how you doing, girl? But yeah, if you ain't stomping with the big dogs and you ain't on the so-called A list, then they're not giving you the props or the shine that you deserve. And I told Frank that is so sad. And I was not disappointed in nothing I saw last time. Did a little bit more training in their vocals, but they had stage presence. They had, all of the other tools and skills that they needed to be up there and do their thing. And I was proud of everybody for even taking that initiative. But the host and other folks that's involved in favoritism for those that they knew, for those that, and I don't think that that's cool. I think that when it comes to really giving opportunities and really sharing platforms, share it in fairness. You know what I'm saying? Because there really is enough to go around. There really is enough to go around.
Don't be mad about someone else's talent.
Yes!
Everybody
has talent. Bravo for them.
Yes.
The book y'all read, most of y'all probably are Christian. I don't know. But the book y'all read talks about rejoice.
Yes, yes.
And y'all don't do that.
Oh no.
Y'all can't stand to see somebody else get ahead of y'all.
Now, in this,
you can't get on that book because that book is completely how people actually live.
Absolutely.
So I don't even have to touch
the life is contradicting the book.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Y'all, that's my song right there, y'all.
It's just basically last week.
We don't own the rights to no song. I don't know what that's going to do.
I love the music now. If I hear a song now, I got to start rocking.
But listen, like I touched on last week, if you want to live by any book, the 4 agreements.
Yes.
Remember that, okay? Living a humble life.
Yes.
Once you learn how to love from within,
yes,
and you exude that from without, and that's it.
That's it.
Learn how to love from within and forgive.
Yes, absolutely.
You got to.
And see, we kind of detoured because of that word entitlement. But Legacy spoke on it, and that was the truth. We need, and that's why I put that. I pasted it and copied it and put it everywhere I can put it, because we do need to hear messages like that and remind ourselves about what humility and service is. So we were talking about how responsible are we for the impact society has on. So one of the other stories to pop up, we mentioned the little girl twerking, Tiny and T.I.'s little girl Eris. The other story to come up was Malia Obama. Now see, this is when you were high. Actually, not Malia. Malia was last. It was Jaden. Jaden started a live stream on Facebook Watch. And about years old, Jaden Smith was allowed to move out of his parents' house, and he wanted emancipation. And Jada's thing was, this boy had music out, He had been in some motion pictures with his father. He had money, and they actually let the Smith children oversee their own funds. Okay, so they had the money, and Jaden could actually go and get a house and live in his own house and pay his own stuff. And Jada and them agreed to that. And well, Will
I like the way Jada put it though.
But you know, this I put this in my group, y'all. And even though you may come from privilege,
right?
I don't think so. With access to those kinds of funds, should be in his own house. I just don't think so.
But do you know his mindset? But do you know his mindset?
Yes, I do.
Roy, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Okay, what's his mindset?
I don't know.
Oh, he's saying you don't know his mindset. But I like the thing. I'm on the fence with. Like, she does not want to be held accountable or be responsible for an individual's life. She wants them to learn how to be responsible for their own life. That part I like, because we got grown adults that's for their lives.
This is true.
You know, so it teaches you accountability, responsibility.
Right.
You know, I'm on the fence with that though, because I'm still a little bit old, 3 by myself down there. So I am kind of old fashioned, but at the same time, open-minded now. And I'm learning that you don't want to force your kids to be what Ernest said.
I think you should.
Okay. You don't want to force your kids to be the
Jada's entire point.
Yeah.
That's her entire point. The whole thing. Okay, what else did you say, Ernest? In most countries, a 13-year-old is considered a man. This is true, and that's true, Ernest. Now here's the part that has me worried because, of course, I was born in America. You know how folks will do when they find out that you
of America. It's no part of America.
Now you know that boot camp click now. Come on now. Let me tell you something because listen. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember Leslie.
I do remember Leslie.
Leslie, now this girl went to high school with us, right? I don't know what became of Leslie, but Leslie sort of came from a family. Her mom worked in banking. Her father owned some type of business. I don't remember. But I know that girl had a car. She was Google. But, you know, even though she had access to all of this stuff, this child tended to gravitate towards the thugs and the roughnecks for boyfriends. She was obsessed with this boy that they call Cat Dad.
I remember that.
She ended up having twin daughters for this boy. Yes, she did. And let me tell you something. Yeah, let me tell you now.
Daddy.
This girl and I being in an English class together. And I remember she asked our teacher for a restroom. And she was going a long time. And next thing you know, these children a group of kids came running and saying, Mrs. Smith, come quick. Leslie's on top of the building talking about. And this was because this girl, she had her own car. She had anything she wanted was in that room. She had full of money. She can go to the mall and buy anything she wanted. Yes.
Goes back to what you saw the red tabletop. Jada Pinkett Smith's mom. Did you hear what she said? She didn't come from a bad background.
No, she didn't.
Her vision, her dad was
and the mama ended up getting her
and she was on drugs.
Yes, and this is what I'm getting ready to say. Even when you come from privilege and you have access to all of these things, if you don't have the right stewardship, this can create a lot of problems for you.
Okay,
because
check it out though.
No, this girl.
That's the point.
I'm the one that talked Leslie down from that job. Wow. And me and this girl ended up becoming sort of kind of good friends after that because she felt like she could confide. And I asked her why on earth would she want to kill herself. That child said she was not happy. She felt like she said that one thing was giving her things, and she didn't want things. She wanted their love, and she wanted their attention as parents. But they were so busy attending meetings, and they were so busy building and creating wealth that they had no time to parent her. So she was out there looking for love in all of the wrong damn places and taking all of them resources that she had and using it erroneously. So this don't work for everybody.
Right, but on the other side now, the Smith child watched for those many years for his entire life.
Right.
Do they think?
Right.
He saw them do things right, build things correctly.
Okay.
Right.
So at 15 years old, he is starting to build his own empire.
Sure.
He knows how to. I love y'all, but I got to roll.
I
got enough money. I understand what to do. I'm straight.
But this is what Jaden said. Now, I was actually proud of Jaden, and it did help me with my perspective some, because what Jaden's reason for wanting out of the Smith's house was that he felt there was too much privilege there. His mom and dad knew both sides of it. They knew hustle and street life,
right,
and they knew wealth.
Right.
And he wanted to know hustle and street life. He wanted to know that. And so he wanted to get out of the bubble because he said that was the only way what life was all about.
That's
now,
smart.
I was impressed with that. I was impressed, but I'm sorry because I've reared a young man that is almost 23 years old. I would be petrified. Let me tell you something. Almost a month ago, I think.
A mother's love for her son is all together.
Come on now,
because
it's been almost a month that Dante left.
I got a mama who loves me.
Okay, here he comes walking in the room right. Smack in the background, but I'm telling you, and I'm sitting up here like, oh Lord Jesus, this child ain't never been away from me. He ain't never traveled without me. He ain't that, and this is all I'm thinking. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But he's like having the time of his life. He's having the time of his life. Going out to Airbnb.
Listen. That's what Ernest Moore is saying, that they do go through a rite of passage program.
Well, this is on point, and this is on point now, and so I this is circumstantial.
Yeah,
I think that because Jaden and Willow had their mother and their father for guidance. And you know, demonstrated that they could be trusted, and that this was something that could be allowed in their lives, and it turned out perfectly. Now, let me tell you. Now, with Willow, it was the yes,
countless talks. And I'm the same way. I knew my children's bad friends from about it.
Yes. Yes. So,
that's a whole other conversation right there, y'all. The woman's intuition is a big conversation. So
and then piggyback off what he said before we move on, women, if you believe it, don't give a if it's your child or that man you're laying beside.
Listen to you.
Okay. Don't let a man, a child. That's right. Intuition. Because guess what? That's a God gift.
Yes, and actually, that's your God consciousness.
Exactly.
You really want to.
Exactly.
You know how? Because you know. But
wait, we have it. So.
Because I'm a poet and I love wordplay.
But we
do. But
we gotta stop that.
In my ministry, what I would tell folks when I would do counseling 101, to help you remember the power of the word like intuition. I break down. I used to do this with them, with her and her twin. Intuition, intelligence, that in-telling agent. That's intelligence. The in-telling agent. And that in-telling agent, God consciousness. So that's intuition in a nutshell. And you should always be obedient and in compliance to that voice. Always. Always.
I agree.
Don't allow anyone to have second guess or question.
Absolutely not. I kind of got mad with this one because I love the Obamas. And somebody took a picture of Malia on her college campus, and she had gotten braids. I sent y'all the link.
I read it.
And she had braids in her hair, and they immediately attacked the braid style because they said, okay, you already know she goes to Ivy League college. I think she goes to Harvard, like that. And so she's Ivy League she's like probably a very small percentage on campus. And so she was like, they're like, okay, so what is she letting white girls play in her hair? And I'm like, are you people serious right now? Because they said the head person had done it. And so now this was Twitter community. Who I don't know who initiated that tweet and put that picture up there. But see, and this is the part. It's when you become a high profile child, you have the choice but to be in the spotlight. Because somebody said the Obama daughters, 8 years in the White House, your father is the president of the United States of America. Can you show, can they just be real funny?
When Obama became president, every black person in the world came together in unity. It was big. We were all, oh my God, a black president. People was calling me saying, I know I can do this and I know I can do that now, that encouraged me. And then shortly, a few years later, we're attacking his kids.
And I think that's what is this? And see, this is the part that will build into thinking, I can't handle this. This world is not. Can I tell y'all the most sad and the most depressed a child celebrity that I've ever read upon was Bobby Christina. Oh. That child felt like she took on every insult was hurled at Whitney and Bobby. She felt like it fell on her. That girl lived a very lonely, very sad, and very miserable life. And she ended up dying almost the exact same way her mother did. And she was too young for that. And so this is why I'm saying that, in some instances, it may be a success, but when these children cannot handle it and it becomes too much for them and they start looking for escapes. And sometimes it results in them hooking up with getting hooked on drugs and all this other kind of stuff because sometimes it's just not meant for every child. And this is where the parent is necessary to help these children understand the ways of this crazy world.
But we gotta stop attacking for no reason. Are you serious? Her hairstyle didn't look black.
They talking about the ends of the hair looking crazy, the parts in the scalp looking crazy. And I'm like, this is a braid hairstyle. This is meant to create some convenience for this child to study and work on 2 jobs she is supposed to be doing. What the hell do you got? There's so many other crucial things happening in the world. Exactly. How in the world is it that Malia Obama's hairstyle becomes a headline?
Listen, what you're not missing, but you're missing it. Young bullies become old bullies.
Now this is
that's powerful.
Come on now.
Powerful.
Say that. Say that. That's true.
It's self-hatred just because she got there better than I did, faster than I did.
Yeah.
She's cute.
And she didn't ask to be there.
No.
It wasn't her.
That was her dream.
Lord have mercy.
On the nose right there, Brian.
Yes. But you know what I love in this particular scenario is that she has a father like Barack and a mama like Michelle. Because them two ain't going nowhere. And they sure that Sasha and Malia gives the governing and the stewardship that they need to help these girls go in the direction that they're supposed to go. And I love that.
But how do you shield your child from the world?
But now here's the thing, though. You can't shield
social media.
You absolutely can't.
Do what?
Turn off social media.
If they go to school. If they go to school.
Right. But what I'm saying is that's a start with the bashing that they put in this girl's head.
Right.
I would not be on those comments.
No.
And I don't believe that she did, to be quite honest. I don't think Barack and Michelle would have done.
I think that's a lesson that they taught with those children.
Exactly.
Because you can't you ain't got that thick of skin.
Right.
You really don't have that thick of skin to deal with everything people are going to say about you because you are this person.
And guess what? You can do everything right. Some things that they don't like about you because guess what? It stems from within them.
Yes, absolutely, all day long. So at the end of the day, we cannot. Hey everybody, thank you guys for tuning in.
What's happening with you?
This is called In His and Her Words. There is an In His and Her Words. Just so you guys know, there's an In His and Her Words Facebook group. there is a In His and Her Words business page. So please like, share, and follow. You can watch us on YouTube. We're actually live on YouTube. Brian's live on his page, live on her Instagram. But you guys can subscribe to Abah SoFloetic's YouTube channel so you can catch all of the playbacks. I'll go to everybody's individual sites so y'all can catch this show. We're every Thursday at 7 p.m. And these are the types of conversations that you can look forward to, and we appreciate your participation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you know what? At the end of the day, we really can't shield them, but I think that it helps. I think there's a member of my In Her Words Facebook group. His name is Damon Walker. Damon is an exceptional father because what I love about him is that with his children, there's no age-appropriate conversation. We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
From sex to politics to racism to you name it, we're going to discuss it because somewhere in the world, you're going to hear about this, you're going to see this, so it's better that you and I have a conversation. So when you hear this, understanding of what it is that you are listening to. So my question to you guys is, how easy was it for your children in conversations about sex or marriage, religion, politics? Was it difficult? Was it easy?
It was easy for me to speak to my oldest son about marriage.
Okay.
And his fidelity.
Okay.
Very simple, because I recognize what I did in my marriages. I've been married twice, divorced twice.
Okay.
And I believe in love.
Okay.
And that's how you learn.
That's right.
Experience.
And I believe in love. But I didn't want him to fall into a very good husband at all. I really wasn't. And he has a great wife, beautiful child. Stay where you have children.
But you see, and this is one of the things that I hate that they do to Steve Harvey, because I think Marjorie Harvey is wife number 3 for Steve, and they feel like Steve has no right to give no woman no kind of advice about dating, and he's had so many failed marriages. But let me tell you something, if you are true, and I just posted this in one of my morning kisses, if you are truly living and learning every single day, then those failures are lessons, or what you think is a failure is a lesson, because it's going to take you to another place. It's going to improve your perception, your perspective, and it's ultimately going to impact your behavior and how you live. So, you know, it's not for you to be held accountable. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory, every single one of us. The thing is, the triumph comes in getting yourself up and going for stuff right. You understand?
Right. So forgive yourself.
Come on now.
Forgive yourself, because guess what? You didn't know that. We
That's
all
right.
make mistakes. So we have to forgive ourselves.
Yes.
Secondly, if you have children,
come on.
Talk with your kids.
Yes.
They won't do the same things that
Absolutely.
you did. I'm a firm believer of talking to it was very easy for me to talk to my kids. Listen, y'all come down here. You're going to sit down. You're going to listen. Another family talk. Because I was about talking. You know why? My mother, we didn't have a lot of talk.
Right.
So I kind of wanted to be like Jada. You know, just kind of different than her mom.
Absolutely.
We different, better parents.
Sure.
And that's how I was. If I saw one little thing in my family unit that we needed to have a discussion about, come on, y'all, family time. We talking.
Yeah. And I mean, you have no choice. My mother raised my brother and I as a single mother. And I mean, she had no other choice. My mom would tell people that she grew up with my brother because she was 20 and she was 23 when she had my brother. And so she felt like that was still young. So a lot of her learning came from rearing us. And so there was a lot of times where she was talking to us too. And I tell you, I remember them conversations like yesterday. I remember her putting this and went nowhere. Now, granted, there were times when I was out there and I tested waters, but I always knew how far to go. I allowed myself to get into it, and when it was time for me, y'all, I gotta go. My mama said I need to go inside. I gotta go. And I was running. I was running to get my tail out the way. So I was definitely listening to Gloria Ann, honey.
Not Gloria Ann.
Yeah, Gloria Ann. Yes, I said, come right in, honey. She's planting some big seeds, Lord Jesus. Yes, she is.
And this Betty Jean. Betty Jean is the same thing, man.
All right now, Miss Betty Jean. That's what I'm talking about.
He's gonna run into all kind of names. Like,
come on now, because my mama's name is Khalifa. Okay,
come on. You know what? My mom is from the Carolinas.
Come on now.
You know, the country, they have names like that.
Yes, come on now. Say it. Say it. Come on.
My bad, Russell. If y'all think Russell, I ain't gonna know. It's a great name, Russell.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. So you guys, you know what? At the end of the day, what is definitely important is just, you definitely use your intuition when it comes to rearing another. I remember when I was blessed with Dante, when it was time to dedicate him, people call that a christening. When it was time to dedicate him, I remember the night before I prayed and I said, God, I don't know why you chose me to be the one that was responsible for this boy's life. I've never even imagine that I would have the capability of being responsible of teaching another person about life and what it is to be a man. But I'm giving him back to you. I remember the story in the Bible where Elijah's mama, was it Elijah, gave him back to God, put him on the altar, and he was called to be a prophet years old. And but when his mom brought him into the world, she was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him on your altar, Father. I'm going to let you have your way with him. And essentially, that's what I felt like I did. I gave Dante back to God. And I said, you instruct me, and I will make sure that he gets the message. And that's exactly how me and this boy ended.
Jada said that at the red table.
Yes.
She said, no, these kids aren't mine. They're not mine. These are not. They belong to the Creator.
Hello now.
Now she didn't say that. She did say, no, these kids are not mine.
Exactly. And you know what? And I kid you not, I felt like that was the wisest and the smartest thing to do. I really did. And me and this child had many, especially when he was little. I made sure that I did my part at laying a good foundation. He knew what it was to be mannerable. He knew what it was to be a gentleman. He knew what it was to respect others, to respect himself, and I thank God, I'm very proud of the young. I mean, sometimes I look at this boy in absolute amazement. Like, I can't believe that he stands 6'4" and he's gonna be 23. I just look my face and not even believe it.
But that's the thing, that's parenting is a gift.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
God gave you that gift, parents. Yes. We can't just misuse that.
Absolutely gift. Not.
Letting our kids twerk money at them at 3 years old.
Wrong thing to do.
Yes, I think you definitely have to understand that they need to know what boundaries are. They need to know what limitations
and consequences.
Come on, yeah. Oh, Lord, that's my number one word. As a matter of fact, we were in front of her house when Dante gave me back a lesson because I went through the gate at her house at our apartment complex, and the thing came back on the hood of my car. God, did they see, Mama? And I do believe you said that. And I was like, boy, how dare you? Remind me of something. I said, so he said, well, didn't you tell me to listen?
Using my word.
Hello now, because he sure reminded my behind.
But doesn't that make you feel good?
Yes, it does. I said, well, Dante, you really got that because you said it verbatim. The exact way that I would have said it. He said it. So we know that at the end of the day, we do have a role that we play in how society impacts our children, and it's all in how we prepare them. The Smiths did prepare the Smith children, Willow and Jaden, and the outcome was beautiful. We have some stories in history that didn't go down so well, like the Jean Benet story, but Tip and Tiny, I think, is going to be. I think that
T.I. is a wonderful parent.
I think he is also.
And a very intelligent brother.
Yes, he is. I think this little girl is going to grow up to do some great things. And I think just like with the other Harris children, the day part to play.
Right.
And it's definitely imperative, especially now, if not ever, that we involved. Yeah. So all of y'all out there that want to have your child twerking, thinking that that is cute. Oh, look at my baby. No, that ain't cute.
But it's cute to them because if you haven't evolved into your higher self, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But we got to keep touching on that.
Yes.
The more you elevate yourself.
Yes. Come on.
Everything around you.
Your mind elevates.
Yes. And let me tell you, be afraid. I mean, because you know, I'm the first one to gasp and grab my chest like, oh my God. But you know what? You can't, whatever the subject is, whether it's about money, whether it's about boyfriends, girlfriends, you may think that they're not ready, but you got to get them ready.
That's right.
You got to be brave enough to have these conversations and keep it real. You can't let your biasness and your fear hit yourself because it's going to limit these kids.
That's right.
And then the aftermath is going to be all of this foolishness that we see on the news with them jacking cars and women getting raped and boys getting shot. And that's going to be the consequence of allowing yourself to be afraid to give your children some space and some liberty. We definitely got to keep that 100. So that's in his and her words, y'all, on this thankful Thursday. Mm-hmm. So I hope we blessed you because this is a blessing. And do you guys have anything to add?
I am one of the luckiest brothers in the world today. Two fine sisters. Great. No, but seriously, thank you for having me on the regular basis.
Yes. But we're happy to have you, man. You got some incredible energy. We need that. And Mr. Ernest Moore, man, you was on point, brother. Love it.
Follow Abah SoFloetic, y'all. Follow.
Yep. Brian D. Walker 225 Instagram. Brian David Facebook. College boy.
Yes, and everywhere, y'all. Everywhere on social media is Abah SoFloetic.
Yes, everywhere.
Did you give yours?
Follow me on Facebook under Lady Dara, LADI, Lady Dara. Follow me on Instagram, LADI_Dara, DARH.
Yes, and that's
DARAH. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
too much wine, y'all.
Yes.
I'm gonna go one more glass. You might tell it.
This was fun, you guys. And trust me, follow these individuals because everybody has a lot of stuff that they do independently that is truly influential and impactful in our community. Again, Brian is a personal fitness trainer. Y'all want to get it tight, get it right. Hook up Brian.
Come and see your boy.
Come on.
That's right. Come and see your boy.
Come on now. Lady Dara is, a phenomenal author. If y'all ain't got this book, Love Revealed, y'all get on Amazon and invest in this book, y'all, and get blessed. Okay, I'm doing spoken word poetry and open mics. I put out morning kisses every single day. Well, almost every day. Sometimes I miss a day. But you know, I'm definitely giving you some powerful insight. I'm in an up-and-coming play that debuts on June 30th, How to Love a Damaged Man, written by my girl, Miss London Beverly.
London Beverly. What's going on?
I mean, there's so many things that we do behind the scenes. You know, I sing with a duet for your soul, and we go. That's okay. It's folks know me by whatever name.
She can sing.
And I'm so
follow her calendar.
I really do. I'm just blessed, Lord. I'm telling y'all, and I didn't get it
right.
Privilege like the Smith children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just now beginning to walk in all of this creativity. But I'm happy to be where I am. I'm happy to be doing it, y'all. So just support the tribe, y'all, because y'all gonna be blessed. Support the tribe. You're gonna definitely be blessed. So with all that, have a great night. Oh, and one of my favorite things to leave you with, life, L-I-F-E, is love is first. Every day.
Watch your mind. I love that.
Keep that at the forefront of your mind.
Every day.
Every day. That's going to always keep us in line, right? That's going to always keep us in line.
I love it.
Smooches, you guys. Peace out.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that exciting?
Me too.